Hello, my name's Faye and I'd like to give you some tips on how to make a high quality face mask. First things first, material. It's important that you choose the right kind of fabric to make your face mask. I make my face masks out of 3 layers of fabric. One is just an ordinary cotton. One is the outer layer, which is material to your choice and pattern. Thirdly, and the most important material, is the inner lining. Now, it's important to have a fabric that has a close weave, and the way to test this is by getting a pin and seeing what kind of resistance the pin has going through the material. Now, when it's a tight weave, it'll be quite difficult to get the pin through. You'll find that ordinary cotton, it will just go straight through, no problem. When you're looking through your home and looking for a fabric, if you haven't got one that you've got in your needlework craft set, look through your house. I've come across 3 different types of things that could be used. One of them is a good quality pillowcase that also has a high resistance to the pin going through. That means it's a very good weave. Also, looking through all the shirts in my other half's cupboard, I've come across 2 that again have got that resistance to the pin. And the same again with that one. Lucky enough for my other half, I don't have to cut his shirts up because I've already got some fabric. Next, for the fabric, it's very important that your fabric and your mask can take a wash of 60 degrees. To kill off viruses. Other than that, you could put it into a bleach solution of 5 ml of bleach to a litre of water, and it'd need to be soaked in that for 10 minutes to kill off any viruses. So I would advise you, with the fabric that you're going to use, put it through a washing machine at 60 degrees before you even start to cut out. That way it will be able to be pre-shrunk, and you can test that the fabric's going to be fine for washing at 60 degrees in the future. There is a template that you can download on A4 size paper that you can download. There'll be a link to the site. First, take your top fabric pattern, and you'll see on that side it says straight of the grain. Pin it to your fabric and cut it out. Take your pattern for your lining, which is smaller than the outer material pattern, and there's the other piece that goes with it. Place this onto the straight of the grain where the arrow is and pin. Now, this material is much harder to get the pin through because the underlining is the one with the much tighter weave. Take your layers of top material, the pattern 1, and do a 1/4 inch turning around the shaped part. Then open it out, as so. Pull the seam to one side and top stitch. And it'll look like that. Do the same with your lining. Now with your inner lining, you want to turn back the outer edges about 1/2 inch. So it looks like that. Then you place the right side to the right side, pin in place top and bottom. Keep it folded in like that. Now you take your small pieces of lining, and they're shaped. One's got more shape at the top than the bottom. Place that on the edge and pin in place. Once that's pinned in place, you take a 1/4 inch turning at the top, overlapping this one over the top of your 1/2 inch seam. You stitch a 1/4 inch turning all the way around the mask, remembering to put your other piece in place. And then change your bobbin if you run out of cotton. Once you've stitched all the way around the edge, it should look like this. Now, turn your fabric in, pull it through and turn it in the right way. On your corners, push your edges out to the corners. Make it nice and straight like that. Do the same with the other end. Straight like that. And you can see on the inside, you've then got a pocket for your filters to go through. Now stitch close to the edge, all the way around the edge of the mask. Right, so it's stitched all the way around the edge. Next you turn these corner bits over to make a channel about 1/2 inch, as so. So now the inside looks like that. You've still got the opening for your pocket. Now stitch a 1/2 inch turning around the top edge. That's the channel for your wire to go through for your nose. And now that's done, it's time for the final assembly. Now the final part, assembling your mask. On the pattern there's a line for the elastic, and you measure off 3½ lengths of elastic in 1 full length. I've got an upholstery needle, but it is just as easy to use a small safety pin. And you take the elastic and you thread it through one of the channels, take it through, and then you get a toggle, pass that elastic through the toggle, and then do the same on the other side. Now most people will have a toggle on a piece of clothing upstairs, so it's probably a good idea to pinch it if you haven't got any in your needlework box. Right, so that gets threaded through the toggle at the same time. And then just put a knot in the end of your elastic to save the toggle from coming off again. And pull that into place. Now for the nose channel, you can either use a pipe cleaner if you have any at hand. If you don't have those, then everybody's got these sandwich bag ties. Tear off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tear off 6 of those, fold them, and then that can be poked up the channel. That's up the nose channel at the top of the mask. Take it so that it's half, so it's even on both sides of the middle seam, and then you can bend that. Right, I should just show you what the mask looks like on. And it, as it's adjustable, it's quite easy to wear. So you pull the elastic tight at the top, so it's comfortable across the nose, and then use your toggle to tighten into place. There you have a very well fitted mask, fits it under the chin, nice and tight across the nose, and easy to breathe through. Thank you. Good luck with your masks. Bye for now. Don't forget, the important things about your mask is after you've worn it, you must wash it every time on either a 60-degree wash or 10 minutes in a 5 ml to a litre of water bleach solution, and then hand wash it after. Take care.